The Sims has always been about inclusivity, but wouldn't it be amazing to create a space that truly reflects the heart of the LGBTQ plus community? Hey Simmers, today we're diving into something really special. I've transformed Ciudad Enamorada into a pride town. Think of it as a digital sanctuary where we dive into inclusive spaces with vibrant colors and stories that matter in a world that reflects the beauty and diversity of the LGBTQ plus experience. Are you ready to build a better world one sim at a time? Let's get started, and I'll show you how I did it so you can do the same in your own game. This was a big task. I didn't want to just slap a few pride flags up and call it a day. I wanted a full reimagining of the entire world. I needed to keep that romantic vibe while injecting it with the vibrant energy of pride. My plan was to transform Plaza Mariposa into a festival hub and turn Vista Hermosa into a queer-friendly oasis, leaving Nuevo Corazon as the pulsing nightlife area that Maxis originally made it. Keeping the Spanish charm and adding that pride rainbow touch was a huge balancing act. I wanted to respect the creators who originally built these lots and just add my own touches to the buildings. Of course, I allowed myself to redo the floor plans as needed, and I definitely added extra furniture and decorations from other packs because, let's be honest, Maxis's building rules are brutal. I also wanted to make sure that the changes I made were more than just skin deep. My primary consideration was how our Sims will actually live in this new world. Can they host pride events? Are there spaces for everyone to feel welcome? Just who will live here? Am I gonna have to add in mods? These were the questions that I needed to answer before I could even begin to change things. Now, this is a good time to point out that you don't need to make your world a pride haven. Whether you want to turn your Sims world into a magical fairyland or a Prohibition-era noir setting, you can take the information that I give you in this video and apply them to your own ideas. Now, let's dive in and take a closer look at what I ended up doing. Did you know that The Sims 4 gives us a fantastic toolkit for creating our own spaces? We can customize everything from our Sims identities to the world around them. We can create Sims who are exactly who we want them to be. We can choose their sexual orientation, gender identity, and even their pronouns. This isn't about making pretty characters. It's about representation. Seeing ourselves in the game is a big deal. For this world, I wanted to include you, my community, as well as my fellow Sims creators. So I asked you all to help me out by creating LGBT Sims that I could use to populate this world. And you definitely delivered. Let's take a look at some of your Sims now. Okay, so let's start off with Madeira Commune. We've got 5 different Sims living in this home together. By 2 flying saucers, we have Tina, who is made purely from base game, which is awesome. And Tina is a high school student who lives on her own. Then by Patrocinio Marcus, we have Miguel Corrado, who has had a bit of a tragic backstory and just wants to become a powerful spellcaster and possibly find his soulmate. Next up we have Aaron by K. Sims, who is a trans male and who is looking for a relationship with 2 or more Sims. Eco-conscious Zia by Alien Baby Gamer, who is huge environmentalist and is non-binary. And finally, in the Madeira Commune home, we have River Schwartz, who is specifically made for Ciudad Enamorada. Absolutely love this sim. All of the tattoos, the hair, very well done sim. Absolutely love it. Then moving on to the penthouses, we have by Neophilis22 Conflicting Dreams base game family, consisting of Rick Lawson and Thomas Lawson and their child Kara. I love this family because Neo has bothered to put in the effort to level up these Sims in several different skills, which I think just makes the entire family a little bit more realistic. By Cosmic Kale Fries, I have to say I love the name, we have the Waller family consisting of Nick and Chrissy Waller and their parents Jonah and Sandra, and they have a special guest, Guillermo, who was kicked out of his home for being LGBT, and there is a little bit of LGBT drama going in with this family, which I think we'll all enjoy, because who doesn't like a little bit of drama, am I right? Then, from the Wallers to the Walkers, Saurusness has created and very nicely allowed me to use the Walker family for Ciudad Enamorada and for this world. We have Nova and Sam, and Alexis, who is Nova's teenage younger sibling, Nova and Sam's child Sky. And of course, we can't forget their cat Trixie. Then of course we've got my own sim self, specifically made for the Love Struck pack, and I've given my sim self the romantic explorer aspiration with the love bug, cheerful, and bookworm traits. By Simi V, we have the best couple household, consisting of Marvin Nardone and Tate Powers. And Simi V is one of the community members here on the channel, and she made these sims specifically to answer my call for community involvement, so thank you very, very much, Simi. Really appreciate it, and these sims are awesome. Little tiny bit of drama going in on this household, so I am definitely interested to see what happens with them going forward. And that is it for this world. As you can see, we've got the Waller family and the Conflicting Dreams family who live in the penthouses, but everyone else lives over in Vista Hermosa. Again, thank you all for taking part in this community-driven project, and those of you who gave me permission from the gallery to use your sims. Really appreciate it. Now, let's talk about custom content. There is a whole world of amazing CC and mods out there, from rainbow flags to pride-themed outfits, and even a few event and holiday mods. My aim was to transform Ciudad Enamorada into a visual masterpiece that celebrates diversity. With that in mind, I added in Lavi Like Sims Rainbow Mural, Jom Sims Pride 2024 set, Riptide CC's Rainbow Harmony Collection. Don't worry, I'll put a link to the mod list in the video description for you. And while you're down there, if you're enjoying the video so far, please click that like button so YouTube will know to recommend more of my videos. But it's not just about looking good. We need to make sure our town is functional too. We can't just slap rainbows on everything and call it a day. Trust me, this would have been a lot easier had I just done that. Balancing aesthetics with gameplay is a must if we're going to create immersive worlds, which are fun to play in. Now, I wanted to create spaces where our Sims can thrive, both socially and emotionally. This is why I put in Pimp My Sims 4 LGBT mod and Miss Q Sims more holiday traditions and more pre-made holiday mods. Normally, I use Lumpanu's LGBT mod, but it doesn't have the events that Pimp My Sims mod does, so I've opted to use the latter for now. Now, for what you've all been waiting for, let's explore the new world in all of its rainbow glory. And if you're enjoying the video so far, please leave a comment letting me know what your favorite part of the video is. Let's start off with Vista Hermosa, and I'll show you everything that I've done here. So we'll start off with my Sims self home, which was already here on the lot. I did make quite a few changes to it. First of all, I painted it rainbow colors, because why not? Added a lot more plants and gardening things in the back garden. Up top on the veranda, I added more plants and activities for my sim to do. I didn't change a lot the interior of the house. I did add curtains and posters, more wall art in the bedroom, changed the color scheme a little bit, well, quite a bit throughout the house, just to tailor it to more my personal likes. And then down below, again, changed the color schemes, added the streamer desk because my sim is going to be a streamer when we start playing, and a cat tree because, again, I want my sim to have a cat when I start playing the game, actually. So it was a lot of changes, but I did leave the vast majority of the original build as it was. So moving on to the empty lot, this is where I built a very large house. This is what I named the Commune House. Let's go through the areas that are shared. So starting with the outside, as you can see, this is a huge house. This is a Spanish-style house. I found an image of a house that's actually in Spain and used the images to make the plan for this house. I went completely overboard with plants and water features all around the lot because this is a very large lot, and the house, even though it's large, there's still a lot of area left over, so I just went completely mad with plants and rocks and different trees and features and activities just to make the lot feel a little bit more full. Then going into the interior shared area, in the back, as you can see, we have a swimming pool with a built-in hot tub, a little outdoor bar, grill, and fireplace area. In the living room, we've got the beginnings of a skull collection, a little reading nook, a TV watch area, a little bar area here, and of course, a shared kitchen. There's also a shared utility room, and outside we have the eco-friendly do-it-yourself hand washing and drying lines. Taking a look at the different units, we'll start off with this one. The units are varying in size. Most of them are just one room with a bathroom. And this one here, as you might be able to see, we have a living area and with a partitioned off bedroom area and then the bathroom. I made this one very occultish. Since this guy is a spellcaster, I wanted to add, a little bit of very fun decor with him. In this next lot, it is very simple. Butterflies and plants, a nice, bright, cheerful yellow and orange motif. There's a woohoo closet there, because why not? And a very simple bathroom as well. For the Schwartz household, I gave her a really nice unit. This is not the best unit in this house, but is definitely one of. So she's got a nice big double bed with a desk and computer, exercise equipment, nice sitting area. She even has her own little entranceway and a slightly larger bathroom than most of the other Sims. And it all matches her hair as well, which I find absolutely hilarious. And I'll show you the largest unit that we have in this house, which I've given to Tina, our resident teenager. And this unit is huge. I love this unit. They've got their own little entranceway, a nice big living area, loads of plants, because remember, she is an environmentalist. Conservatory, again, with as many plants as I could cram in there and still make it functionable. A nice sized bathroom, her own little kitchenette, and bedroom. Again, I just put as many plants as I possibly could throughout this little unit. Moving on to the Walker household, I did not do much here at all. I added a few things here for the kids to do, so we've got hopscotch in the little front, I've added swing set in the back, and just throughout the house added a few little touches here and there. For example, we have things for the cat, I put curtains on all of the windows, changed up the bedrooms a little bit to match the characters just a bit, like the teenager's room. I made it very teenagery with posters all over. And then upstairs, again, didn't change a lot upstairs except for in the child's room where I made it obviously for a child. So we've got some decals on the walls and space and all that wonderful stuff. Now, taking a look at the Calle de la Pomosa, where I've put the best couples sims. Again, here I didn't do a lot to this house. I pretty much just left it alone. And of course, a fire breaks out on the lot as soon as I start things going. Let's take care of that for them. So yeah, I didn't do a lot to this house. Like I said, I just changed the color scheme of the different items around just a little bit, added curtains to everything, and that's pretty much it. I did change a little bit here and there, but not much at all. Let's head over to what was a lounge originally. I changed this to be the LGBT drag venue. It's bubble tea and thrift store with a very brightly lit stage. It's perfect for drag performances. Loaded with a few different bits here and there from CC. Put these angel wings right next to the floor for photo ops, as you can see. I, again, left this build, the shell of it, alone and just added to it and changed things up. Of course, changed the venue because I wanted it to be more, like more of a family-friendly place where teenagers could hang out as well. I did change the top a little bit by just making it accessible and putting a little bit of seating up here for Sims who wanted to sit up here. Moving over to Nuevo Corazon, which is the nightlife center of the city. The gym, this is a gay gym. Lesbian and gay hang out mostly. So we got the indoor pool. I didn't change anything in this, to be honest. I left the entire building the exact same as it was. I did add rainbow flags throughout the building and a couple of hot tubs because, you can't have a gay and lesbian hang out without a hot tub, am I right? Was going to add a sauna, but there's not really enough space here for a sauna, so hot tubs it was. Now, going over to the nightclub, the Mirador del Amor, I left the inside of this completely 100% alone. I did not change this build at all because I absolutely love it. It's bright red and pink, but it works, and the creator that did this, I just absolutely love it. They did a fantastic job. What I did do, however, with this build was I did the lazy man's way, and I just put a bunch of rainbow flags all the way around it and then put it as a LGBT hotspot. I know that I said previously that I didn't just want to put LGBT flags on things and call it a day, but with this place, there was literally nothing in here that I could find that I wanted to change. I mean, I absolutely love this build, and yeah, I had to keep it the way it is. Now, I'm not going to bother showing you the two penthouses because I didn't change those at all. I changed the color scheme a little bit and changed the bedrooms a bit to make sure that, they were suitable for an infant and a child and two teens. But I didn't really change it too much, and there's really nothing there to show. But moving on to Plaza Mariposa, and this is the neighborhood that took me forever to build because I had to change up so much of this neighborhood. So we're going to start off with the builds that were already here to begin with, and we'll see how I repurpose them as we go. We're going to start off with the Hacienda de la Eternidad, which previously it was a house. It is now a community space, which of course you need eco-living to be able to have. And I changed this build a lot. We've got spaces here for floor murals. We have a completed and a to be painted garage door mural. Alongside here, we've got a bee box, vertical gardens, insect farm, areas for painting. I did leave a few things like this table and the veranda out, added more gardening things over here. Inside, we have a TV viewing area. We've got the kitchen and dining area. I made this room to be the art area, so loads of canvases and easels. We've got a couple of bathrooms. Moving upstairs, instead of bedrooms, we've got a room here that has a research computer, another bathroom that I just left alone, and then I've got a little private seating reading nook here for Sims who want quiet and alone time. Put a barbecue area in the back as well for, community get-togethers and such. Moving over to the next build, and this one, by the way, was another build that came with the world. And this one I changed quite a bit. I repainted the exterior to look more bright and vibrant. I left the shell alone, though. Put a bunch of flags outside. This is supposed to be an LGBT arts center. On the upper floors, we've got bathroom. Like I said, I pretty much left everything alone. I did change up the color schemes. We have what used to be a bedroom here is now just a sitting area. And then down below, we have a piano, a bar, which was originally in here. We have a bunch of easels just dotted around, a kitchen, and here's a child's art center as well. There's just loads of different things in here for your Sims to do. It, again, is basically a community area. I just made sure that there was lots of art and music and things that your Sims could do to help improve their skills. Moving over to the recreation center. This build here has a gym, a music area, vending machines, a large wall aquarium with fish swimming around in it. In case you're wondering how I did this, you can see I've shrunk down some aquariums and partially hidden them with rocks and coral and such. I've also put in a couple of iguanas. There's a games area here with the different game tables, and I've also put some of Woohoo card games in here as well. Then we have a little kitchen nook and a little back area leading to a closet. And then upstairs is a couple of hot tubs and a barbecue area. And then in the back, plenty of things for your Sims to do. We have picnic area, gardening area, and a place for the Sims kids to play. Really loved how this build turned out, by the way. It took me forever to build, but I really, really like it. And now moving over to the park. I completely changed this. My apologies to the creator who made this giant gazebo that was originally in the center. It wasn't what I needed for this park. In my headcanon, this park is where the Pride events take place, protests, the Pride get-togethers, and because you can do power walking and walking with groups in this park, I thought that adding a nice place for everyone to congregate after, after the Pride walk, so to speak, would be a great place. So I did leave the vast majority of this alone. I got rid of the gazebo with the bar in it. The bar didn't really work anyway. I went ahead, got rid of the gazebo, kept the bathrooms, and instead of the bar, I just added a few little places here. So we've got the barbecue grill, we've got a flower stall, We've got a Mexican stall, another barbecue area. Monkey bars were already there, and I added the hopscotch and marbles, and a tree in the center that's covered in rainbow ribbons. I had to camp it up, and I put rainbows on all 4 entrances to the park with a different pride flag on top of each rainbow, just to really drive it home as if it wasn't already driven enough that this is indeed a LGBT park. And there you have it, Simmers. I've shown you how I've taken Ciudad Enamorada from a romantic getaway to a vibrant, inclusive pride town, and hopefully helped you come up with ideas of your own for your own worlds. It's been a journey filled with creativity, planning, a lot of love, and a lot of work as well. From rainbow architecture to inclusive community spaces, I hope that I've shown that The Sims 4 can be a platform for celebration and acceptance, and created a place where every Sim can feel at home regardless of their identity. This journey has been more about just building a pretty world. It's about representation, challenging stereotypes, and about building a community. Every rainbow flag, every proud Sim, is a step towards a more inclusive future. Now remember, our virtual worlds can be a powerful tool for change. Let's keep creating spaces where everyone feels welcome and celebrated, and continue to push for a world where love wins. It's more than just a game, my friends. It's a statement. If you enjoyed this video, you might find this one useful as well. It's a review of the Love Struck pack from a queer perspective, looking at how the pack can help us tell LGBT inclusive stories. Just click on it and you will be whisked straight over. Until next time, my friends, happy simming.